We are live now. Well, that was good. That was a fun way to start off the live feed here. Bear with us for a second as we get stuff set up here. I got my son just back from college. Why don't you go? Are you hearing anything? All right. Can you hear anything? If anybody's out there. Boy, it is a delay. Hey, good job. Let's see, we're getting on here. Bear with us just for a second here. So we're getting stuff set up. Hey, good job. Let's see, we're getting on here. Bear with us just for a second here. Getting stuff set up. So Ben, why don't you talk a little bit about what we're gonna do today?
I guess these bottom two are pretty simple. Dominaria United and Wilds of Eldraine pre-releases, which contain 6 draft boosters, 2 T20s that match the set, and then 2 promo cards. There's a really cool card in here that's worth a lot that I would really love to open. Inside of here has a bunch of really cool cards that are like anime based that are fun. And this up here it's part of a set. It's part of a scenery set where they have 4 different scenes. This one's Aragorn. There's a Gandalf one, and a Gadriel one, and a Nazgul one. And we got the Aragorn one because it has a really cool card in here called Legacis's Quick Reflexes, which is not only a great card, but also worth quite a bit. So it's just fun to be able to have that guaranteed, plus 3 set boosters to be able to open today.
All right, why don't we start with the Lord of the Rings first?
Okay.
And we picked these up at our, go a little bit of here that way, yeah, we got down there. We picked these up at our friendly local gaming store, which still has their Black Friday after the holidays or pre-Christmas sale, and these were all really good prices still.
I was around at Black Friday. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, these. I think these came out Black Friday.
So it comes with the stand-up thing where you can place the cards if you want to keep them on display and not play with the cards. But this right here
let's show how that works there.
is the meat of the pack.
It's kind of interesting.
This is just the frame. This is the meat of the pack. It's going to
they got a poke outs there.
Oh, it does. You love those poke outs.
Yeah, I'm a poker.
Okay. There we go. So this is where
right in there.
You have this and the 3 packs. So inside of here should be the 6 scene cards. Which,
right
when you put them together, it lines up perfectly to make a scene that all come together.
Let me move it over a little bit here. Let's see if I can focus in a little bit.
In particular, honestly, my favorite cards from this scene are these 2, because I'm a big equipment fan.
How much is that one worth?
I would say roughly 20. Yeah, it's worth quite a bit considering the rest of the pack.
Sorry for the glare there.
It comes with the entire set, the entire thing, and art cards too, if you just enjoy the art of it. It has a really cool way of putting that together. I actually didn't even know about that.
You didn't know that came with it?
Yeah, I mean, you can play with the cards, which is nice, and it makes a cool scene, but you could also have the art set up if you want to set it up onto the display, which I assume that's what it's for.
Oh yeah, you can put these in there.
Yeah, I think if you, I don't even know how to pop
You
this
get-
open.
yeah,
I'm a little scared of that.
Hold on, I can do it. Yeah, it's kind of hard. Just see if you can put that there.
Yeah, so it'll roughly go inside of there, but we won't bother with that right now.
You can put them up if you want to display them.
Yup.
That's cool.
So these are the cool cards.
Let's show these a little bit. Oh, and these just have the regular kind of Magic the Gathering art backs. You know, for the art cards, but these are actual playable cards in a foil.
The only issue that I have with the cards is that
Pringle.
foils will come a little pringled because it looks like a Pringle. And you have to either put like a heavy book on it or just crease the sides a little bit to reverse the effect.
Show each one of these a little bit more. Sorry for the glare. There are foils.
This is the
And
money
this is
card.
the money card.
That's the money card. Split seconds, really cool. Can't be countered. Can't do any spells after someone plays a split second. You have to let everything play.
There we go. All right, so let's start opening up those packs and see what we got here.
So there's two really cool cards in Lord of the Rings. One of them is the one and only One Ring. The other one is a card called Orcish Bowmasters, which is also a very cool card.
Here, I'll try to frame you. Put them up here.
Here?
Yeah, that shows a little bit more.
Wow, a lot of red cards. So,
Talk a little bit about them when they come out.
Landreval, I don't know too much about this set, personally. I just know that this set has an odd amount of good cards that are low rarity and a decent amount of legendaries because they're all main characters from it. And it's been a long time since I've seen Lord of the Rings, so I want to be able to know it.
Let's see what this one is. I suggest we watch it while you're home over the break.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, you have not watched that in a decade.
That is true.
It's an
So
interesting card.
the showcase card is Peregrine Took because it always has the little ring design around it.
That's the special art.
We got a foil Arwen's Gift. Got a Melira's Keepers, which is a list card, not originally from the set. And to speak of the devil, we have Legolas himself
Oh.
with his reflexes.
What is that? Is that a rare?
That is a rare. That is actually, I think, the same art of him shooting the bow as well as the Legolas's quick reflexes.
Well, that's a good one. That's going in my elf deck.
I didn't know you had an elf ball deck.
Yeah, I got an elf tribal.
Elf ball.
What's elf ball?
It's called elf ball because elves are reprinted and like made so often in so many sets that you can just call it elf ball because elves can practically do anything that any other type can do. They are the most dominant tribal because of that.
But what's the ball putting in there for? What's that?
Because you have them all bunched together and they all like buff each other. So
Okay.
you have an elf that's like make mana based off of other elves. You have all elves get buffs.
Here, you're not going to show more there.
There we go.
You can go up to here a little bit more.
Oh, there we go. We got a Stern Scolding. Fun card. Gotta love the counter spells. We got a You Cannot Pass. Full Art Oliphant. And
Let's see what this one. Let's show this one. Here, that looks
Food
interesting.
Token.
Okay.
And we got Aragorn as the rare.
All right. Let's see what we got here with Aragorn.
Foil Many Partings. That card's not too good.
There's Aragorn. So, white, green.
Yeah, he's pretty okay.
What kind of decks you put him in?
Let me see. I would say put in a Ring Bearer deck, honestly, which is a limited deck list, mostly because there's not a ton of Ring Bearers, considering it's not going to be reprinted after Lord of the Rings is over. But the decks that he definitely can go in is probably Sam and Frodo. They're very food-based, but a lot of ring tempting. And you could make him a commander too.
You put it right underneath there. It's the perfect framing.
Okay. Let's see what we get. Hopefully we get a One Ring from this. So we got some good luck already with the Foil Swamp. We got the Mordor Trebuchet, Rush the Room, Olhog Crusher, Easterling Vanguard.
Don't block it so they can kind of see so they can read it if they want to stop or.
Long List of the Ents. I don't know what that card does, but it's a saga with 6 pieces to it.
6-piece saga?
Yeah, it lasts a long time, I bet. Intis Restoration is a good card. It lets you find 3 basics for sacrificing 1 land.
Oh, so it's kind of a fetch land? Instant?
Fetches you a lot. Many Partings, Quick Beam, and...
I want to show this one real quick here. 6 part. Oh, it all does the same thing for 6 parts.
Yeah, I don't even know what that does. Name a creature. Oh. Okay. So you name a creature type and it just buffs that creature type. So we got 2 rares in this pack.
Oh, really? What's this one? Oh, Ringweight Race.
Yeah, it's a fun card.
Oh, it's a Black Knight, too.
It's a Wraith Knight.
Yeah, but I mean, it's...
You can do Wraith Tribal is what's something that got added.
Yeah, but I do have a Knight deck, so...
Maybe?
Yeah, but it really does...
It kills legendaries, so I guess they were trying to kill the commander.
What, this the other rare? Or no, this is the other...
Forge Anew. That's actually a really fun card. It lets you find an equipment from the graveyard, put it back onto the battlefield, and then you can... Then you can equip your first equipment each turn for 0.
So we did pretty good. So these are the 3 best that came out of this?
I would say so. I don't know how much Legolas is worth, but I think he's just a fun card to get, especially since we just opened the Aragorn.
Yeah.
The Aragorn set. Okay. And I would say this is the most fun card we got. I play an equipment deck personally, and it is just a fun card to mess up people with.
All right, so what do we want to do? Let's do an order. Dominaria.
Okay. Dominaria United. This set was a hit or miss magnified, where if you got Shieldred the Apocalypse, which is like an $80 card, you will feel happy. You know, no matter what happens, you'll be having a good rest of your day because you opened a Shieldred the Apocalypse.
So these are pre-release packs, and so of course they have all the punch out tokens, which my son throws away, but me as a hoarder, I keep those.
And otherwise,
and you got some of these poke outs here too, which are really just nothing but.
So we get a cool dice, has the Dominaria symbol on it. We get a rules and a code. I play Magic together.
Don't show the code. You need to.
It might be over. So our promo, drum roll. Let's see what we get.
Right.
We got Jorah. She is a fun card. She's very, very artifact shenanigans and whatnot.
She's more for Mishra, right? Because of the bread.
Maybe. Might be able to play her Mishra. Do we have the Mishra thing?
No.
There we go. That
Foil.
is Karn. He is almost the main character of this set.
And you got me a Karn, right?
Yeah.
And then you gave it away?
Yeah, it was someone's birthday.
Well, I have a birthday too.
Yeah, it's just a little farther away than Christmas time. Llanowar Stalker. Yeah, we want Steel Crusher, Bone Splitters, a Negate. Gotta love the counterspells. Just kidding. Colossal Growth. One card. This is what I'm talking about a bad card. A double land that enters tapped. That's what you don't want from the card.
And I use these, and you hate me using those. So I need to clean all my decks out of those?
If you can find a better card, yeah. Because Ravnica Remastered is being reprinted soon. And once it gets reprinted, Shocklands, which are one of the most powerful lands ever, other than the dual lands, are going to go down in price by quite a bit. Okay, so one of the rares is the Valiant Veteran.
Let's see what this one is. This looks interesting here.
Normal island and an insect token. Let's see what Valiant...
So that is a goblin. It's kind of cool. All right, so this is the rare. Oops.
Yeah, it's not a crazy rare, but it's good for Soldier Tribal, which...
I have.
Could help out your Soldier Tribal deck.
Oh, this is going in my Soldier Tribal.
That will definitely go.
If I don't have this, is this a reprint or is this the first time?
Oh, that might be the first time it's ever printed. I'm not entirely sure because they have definitely printed core before, but keep that in your mind. Though your soldier deck is a lot more based on life gain and not just soldiers. Academy Well, Stall for Time, Hexbane Tortoise,
Get over this a little bit, so
Viashino Branch Rider.
let them see where they can stop. Slow a little bit so they can see if they want to see it.
That's fair. Tide Turner, Phyrexian Rager, another land, Lightning Strike, Smash to Dust, Found in the Third Pass. Let's see what we get. Nishola Roller. Ooh, that's not terrible. We got the Runeville Hordemaster.
What's that one going for?
Goblins. A lot of goblins.
Are you going to build a Goblin deck?
I was thinking about it.
Oh, yeah, that's perfect for Goblin.
Yeah, whenever goblins die, it basically gives you card draw for goblins, which is really nice because goblin decks will burn out very fast. You start with 7 cards in hand, you're going to have 0 cards in hand by turn, I would say 3 or 4 if you're playing goblins correctly. That is a fun card to get. Gotta love them Horde Masters.
You can throw the trash up here.
Okay. Most of these are going to be the same again because the set will have a lot of commons, just be all over the place. But a type that I'm seeing a lot of, for some reason, is Kicker. I did not collect too much of this set when it came out, but Kicker seems to be a very popular idea.
Yeah, I remember when Kicker came out back in the day.
Electrostatic Infantry, the love song. Queen, Linol. Oh, that looks like a fun card, actually. That is the Defiler of Flesh. So there's a Defiler for every color. This is the black one. And Defilers basically make it so once you cast the Defiler, instead of playing the color of the pip, so for this one, it would be black pips. So if you have to play black for a pip, let's say this card, instead of paying for the black pip, you can pay 2 life and 1 colorless instead of 1 colorless, 1 black.
Oh, okay.
It turns life into a resource. And there's one for every color. And the Defiler of Flesh is definitely a fun one.
That came out, that was a common, I can't remember the set that came out in, but it had a special symbol for it that you could pay life instead of the...
Yeah, the Phyrexian mana.
Phyrexian, yeah, that was...
Phyrexian mana. Yeah, it basically turns colored permanents of that type into Phyrexian mana, which is nice. And I'm recently on the hunt to try to build a Crick deck, which makes all of your black mana into Phyrexian mana, which is pretty nice. That's a fun one.
Well, we got 3 watching. This was a spontaneous rip. We just drove 8 hours, had to drive. I drove 8 hours, drove to pick up my son, and then back again. There and back again. That goes with the Lord of the Rings.
That's not a bad card.
What is that?
It's more of an instant, like, just a little buffer. It's a instant red sorcery.
Okay.
Red instant. Tail swipe, a little bit of a kill spell, choking miasma, and we got a mythic. We got Zer, the Eternal Scheme.
Ooh, what's that card worth?
I'm not sure, but it's a fun commander. I would say it's around $1, which is pretty cool.
Oh, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's a fun card for enchantment based. I might build a deck around that. I build decks very, very spontaneously. So that might be up next on the list just because we pulled one. And we got a really fancy smashy art for it.
Okay.
There we go. 2 packs left. Hopefully we get a Shieldred.
You already have one, don't you?
Yeah, I ended up trading for one a while ago. And I'm really happy about trading it. But now I want to put it into a deck. A commander deck, preferably. Not a standard or a modern deck where it is a broken card. This is our third lightning strike. We might get an entire playset of them, right?
Yeah.
Get all 4.
Yep. Collect all 4. Collect them all.
Yep, there's Shieldred's Restoration. Hopefully that has...
I think that's a
Oh, it's just...
teaser.
It's a little teaser.
For things to come.
Yeah, hopefully. Oh, no Shieldred.
What do we get?
But we did get a Shadowrite Priest. You were looking for this card, actually. Look at this.
Okay, let me look at that.
You were looking for that card. That's nice.
For my cleric deck.
Exactly. Did you already get it?
I don't think so.
That's a great card.
That's good. I'm going to have to...
At least we're getting cards that we could use.
Yeah.
Which is a lot better than not getting any cards at all. I would say in ranking, it goes cards that are worth an insane amount, cards that you can use in a deck, and then cards that you can't use at all.
For those of you just joining in, we're doing a Dominaria pre-release opening.
Yavi Maya. Okay. A really big... Okay, this is actually a fun card. It actually has some existence in Standard.
Let's see. Let's show it here. Oh, Serpent. Not a lot of serpents.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to go tribal on
when
that.
you get a 5/5 that has Ward 2, it's a very powerful creature when you only have to cast it for 1 if you have 6 instants or sorceries in your graveyard. So it's more of a spell-slinging control deck, and then at the very end, you just make a massive creature that swings hard. Nothing crazy. Oh! Karn's Silex. I don't know that. Oh, wow! We got 2 mythics. We got 2 mythics. That doesn't happen very often at all in a draft booster box.
That's kind of interesting. Let's see what this one is.
Karn Silas. What does Karn Silas do?
So we got another mythic foil here. Lifelink. It's kind of hard to read that. Sorry.
They're not worth a crazy amount, but it's always fun to get a mythic.
Yep. Pretty cool. So this is probably what... so these 6 are probably the better cards that we got out of the deck.
Yeah, those would have to be the best. And I would say that the ones I'm probably going to use would be these 3 in different decks. And you have that one Shadowrite Priest thrown in one of your decks.
Yeah. This is an artifact. Will this go in any of my artifact decks?
Well, I mean, it is Karn. Players can't pay life to cast spells or to activate abilities that aren't mana abilities.
Yeah, it's more of a blocker.
I would say throw that in there, because it does have a board wipe at the very end. It's nice. Now, Wilds of Eldraine. This is one of my most favorite sets. Until Exelon came out, this had to be my favorite set from the last couple of years, just because it's all fairy tales. It had anime art inside of it. It had so much going on. Plus, it had a lot of reprints of really fun cards that I loved back in the day.
Oh, we got to show the punch-outs.
Okay.
There's the punch-outs. There we go.
There is a Restless Biovac, which is our promo. It is a fun land that is used quite often in Standard, Modern, multiple formats. You always gotta love those lands that you could turn to a creature and then stomp someone with.
That's well, we got some cool tokens. These are the multi-use tokens.
Okay, this is a set that I collected enough of that I know what's cool and what isn't cool. So right now we're not getting anything crazy, but the bulk is always nice because if you want to build a deck, there's probably cards you can throw in there from here. Collector's Vault's not a bad card. Howling Galefane is not bad. We got Shirai. Feral Encounter is the rare.
Let's look at this real quick here.
Tangible Virtue.
Okay.
Let's put that away. Let's get the swamp away. And
Oh, I got a swamp. All right.
Feral Encounter. I don't think I've ever pulled one of those, even though I've pulled a little too much Wilds of Eldraine.
So that's a token booster.
Feral Encounter's not a terrible card. It's a rare that you wouldn't chase, but it's a rare that is not bad.
Okay.
I would say put that rest of the pile.
Oh, you're not going to put that as a potential good card?
I would say not so much.
So far, we don't got really anything.
We haven't got anything crazy. That doesn't happen all the time, but we did get the Legolas Quick Reflexes, which is a guaranteed. We did a good job. Army Mice, really funny card. Crystal Grotto, Candy Trail, Unruly Catapult.
This Crystal Grotto, what kind of land is that? Just
It enters tapped, and it gives colorless. And it's a mana fixer, but...
So you would not recommend that?
Would never recommend it.
You hate my lands.
Elvish Archivist. It's a decent card. Oh! Fine, there we go.
What did we get?
We got Unnatural Growth. I love that card. I'm putting that card in a deck. Instantly. Finally, let's go. That's happy. That's happy.
Oh yeah, that's a closer.
Yeah. Once that comes out, it's basically GG for everyone else. I throw it into my Okenek deck because Okenek is whenever he attacks, for every creature that you control that has more power than its base power, you put +1/+1 counters on it equal to the difference. So it doubles the increased power. So if you have a natural growth out, it doubles their power and then doubles their power again, considering to their base. That was a little confusing, but it just makes big stuff much bigger.
Any of these interesting to point out?
Not yet. Not yet. Nothing crazy. So our rare is Godric, which is a very commonly card used. And we got Garruk's Uprising as the Enchanting Tales. I have so many Garruk's Uprising. That was a very, very printed card in the set.
When you say Enchanting Tales, this is one of the special art.
Yeah, Enchanting Tales are going to be in every single pack. And the ones that you want to get, like Unnatural Growth, you want to get Doubling Season, Ristic Study, those are cool ones.
Any of these pop up too?
Actually, this common actually went way up in price, mostly because it comboed really well with the very popular Rakdos Scam deck in Modern, where you would exile a card from your hand to cast it for free, and then it dies on impact. The moment it enters the battlefield, you sacrifice it. But the moment you have it enter the battlefield, you play Not Dead After All for 1 mana so that 4/4 that you evoked stays on the battlefield. It is a evil combo that...
And it's a common.
Yeah, and it's a foil version too.
And it's a one cost, so...
Yeah, that is a
very
fun card.
economical. Here's no put them right there.
Nothing crazy. Counterspells, of course. Gotta have them everywhere. You should make a set with no counterspells. Just do that for fun.
Oh, they did for a while.
Really?
Counterspells got a little rare. Then they came back with a vengeance.
Back for seconds is not terrible. We got Yenna and then Grasp of Fate as our Enchanting Tales. That card isn't too great, but it is a control-y card that sort of messes up people's boards. It's a fun card.
How's Yenna?
You could make her a commander for an enchantment deck because it basically doubles enchantments.
Okay.
You have 1 enchantment and you have 2 of them now. 2 of them, 3 of them. And you could be very powerful enchantments.
Is this
too.
related to the Yenna from The Witcher?
Witcher?
Have you watched The Witcher?
No, watch The Witcher. I do like Henry Cavill, though.
They're losing him, though. He's not going to be back for season 3.
Yeah.
And it was just getting interesting. Anybody out there watching thinking anything about The Witcher? Feel free to drop them in the comments.
Let's go. Fell Horseman, Living Lectern, Hopeful Vigil, Leaping Ambush, Wicked Visitor, Evolving Wilds, one of the most commonly used cards. Honestly, this is one of the few cards that I would throw into a deck. Even though it creates a card tapped, it basically lets you have a land without taking up a land spot.
Yeah.
So it lets you make it sure that there's a less chance of you drawing a land if it's already on the battlefield.
Jeez. Ooh. We had a little bit of a land quake there.
Another Godric. Let's see. Ooh, that's a fun card. That's a fun card to combo out with. The Phyrexian Unlife. Because what makes the Phyrexian Unlife so fun is that you.
Oh
can't
yeah,
die.
that goes with that. Remember that one deck I made
Yep.
where you can't die down to 0 life.
Yeah, it's a funny card because if you get that one creature card, I can't remember its name, but there's a creature that makes it whenever anything would have a counter put on it, no counters would be put on it. So after you have that out and the creature out, you can't die. You just cannot lose. The game will not let you.
It'll also go with that one. Those other 2 combos. What were those? Remember those were red. It was a red white.
Red, white. I mean, instead of getting. Yeah, I mean, those 2 combo out by themselves, so you would have infinite
We put them
life.
all together, so you have multiple ways to. I always like multiple paths.
That's true. That's true. Another not dead after all. Not the foil one, so it's not as cool of a pickup, but it's a great card. It should be thrown into so many black decks. Restless Feinstock and Utopia Sprawl for the last ones. A Simic and then a green card. Now, Utopia Sprawl is a fun card.
So this is the rare.
Yeah, it's a land that turns into a creature.
Okay.
So it's not bad. It's not a great card, though, in my opinion. The ones I like the most are the white-black ones and the white-blue one.
So we really didn't get a lot of
Nothing crazy.
nothing. I mean, you got one really one card here that might be cool to look at.
Mm-hmm.
So does anybody have anything they want to say? Well, we got 4 people watching. This was a surprise stream, more of a test than anything else, because I have not done a live stream in a while. And I mean, my son and I literally, had just got home and unloaded the car with all his dirty laundry from college and several boxes of Magic cards that should have been money should have been used to buy food instead of Magic. And then as soon as we got all that inside the house, we decided to do a quick rip here. So anyway, thank you all for stopping by. That's what we ended up doing, the Lord of the Rings, Aragorn at Helms Deep special edition, and then we did Wilds of Eldraine pre-release and Dominaria United pre-release with all the packs in there. So we might actually go back. They still have more at our friendly local gaming store. Maybe we'll see what they have for next week. They are closed on Sunday and Monday. So anyway, thank you all. I'll post this will find its way into my MTG playlist. And also my collectible card game, living card game playlist as well. And so if you want to take a look at that here later, thanks all for stopping by, and hope you're having a good one. And I'm going to try to figure out how to stop it.